Wanna lay it down, wanna lay it down. Wanna lay it down, wanna lay it down. I'm so glad I found you. When you not around you, hit me on your phone, anytime, lay it down. Wanna lay it down, wanna lay it down. Wanna lay it down, wanna lay it down. Need love, we gon' cheat on my time. TLC, we gon' creep, lay it down. Wanna lay it down, wanna lay it down. Wanna lay it down, wanna lay it down. Yeah. The house over here. Everyone trying to get hit. You wouldn't be right here. I know he paid for your nails and your hair. He gon' be mad I put tracks out around here. And we both wanna get. We don't know. Turn up to the back. I know it's that all day. Bitch, be wrong that I love this. I'm going hard, spread them apart. Give me a heart. Wanna lay it down, wanna lay it down. Hey, wanna lay it down. Hey, y'all. Thank you, Sissy Pooh. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Right. Y'all know if I don't have nothing else, I'm gonna have Jacquees ass out here. How y'all doing though? Happy Sunday. Come on in to the sanctuary. But we kind of drunk in this sanctuary today. So if you follow me over on Twitter, like I said, bring your drink, bring your blunt, bring a snack, or just bring yourself. Come as you are. Oh, yeah. Happy Sunday. We high. See, I would have been high, but my plug, I guess they was out. He was out. And that's what I hate about having one plug. You know what I'm saying? When you have one plug and something happened, you can't get to them, or if they ran out, you just kind of looking crazy. And I think some of it too is the niggas that I be buying weed from be trying to fuck me. So when I ultimately don't end up fucking them, I think they be acting funny. So he say that he out, but I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he really wasn't out. He just like, bitch, I'm not fucking with your ass because you won't give me no pussy. But it's okay though. We gonna always prevail. God will always prevail. I'm gonna get my motherfucking weed. Maybe not today, but some other day. You live in Atlanta, that's Plug City. I mean, yeah, but it's also like, it's about who you know, because I don't just be at places where like, I also don't trust everybody, you know, because you could go to any corner store and niggas be like, oh, you know, hey, I got that gas, I got that gas, I got that I got that za. I don't trust everybody's gas and I don't trust everybody's eye. You know what I'm saying? I don't really just at random pick a nigga and get up. You know, I like to develop relationships with my plugs. You know, like the niggas that I get weed from, it be like either they know my brother or people that I know, or you know what I'm saying? We got some mutuals in common. Niggas who can vouch for them. People who are on my side of town. I live on the west side, so West Atlanta, even Cobb County. I fuck with Cobb County. But it just depends. Yeah, people lay shit. You just don't know. You know. You Need Me by Jacquees. Is that on his most recent project? Is that on this one? Now you have to go to the hood to get the tree. Not necessarily. I mean, yeah, but nah. Everybody sell weed these days, if you want to be honest. You could be a square and sell weed. Everybody think they the plug nowadays. You just got to know the right people. And I done went through like 3-4 plugs in the past year. Like I said, I made the mistake of fucking one of them. And I ain't fucking for the weed. I just fucked them for the vibes. But I grew to regret the decision. That didn't went hit on nothing. That's the nigga who hid my keys from me. Y'all remember I did the story time? I fucked this one nigga and he hid my keys from me and didn't want me to go home. Like, I know Fat might be jumping. I know Fat might extra tight, extra wet, extra grippy, but I need my keys because I need to go home. It was him. And it was the worst decision I ever made because I fucked up my plug. Because now, after I ghosted him, I'm like, damn, now I got to go get weed for somebody else. Then with the next nigga, he was cool, but he was kind of stuck up. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of, I don't know, like hard to kind of pin down. It was just like, I done been through a couple different weed men. I need another one. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's the person I'm talking about. Y'all hit the thumbs up button on your way in. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. But it's all good, though. It's on the 19 album. Hey, Nay. My keys. He actually was a Sagittarius, just like me, but he was a Pisces South Node. You know, Pisces, that archetype of Pisces is all about theft, thievery. They sneaky. You know, he was trying to act like he was sleek. That's very Pisces South Node when I was looking for the keys. I know y'all, maybe you wasn't in the chat that day, but then I had to turn up on his ass. I'm like, where the fuck my motherfucking keys? Because he was like laying down, acting like he was asleep. And I'm tearing up the apartment looking for my shit. That's the one who had the condo near the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. He thought he was that nigga. You couldn't tell him he wasn't El Chapo because he had a condo near the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. You in this gentrified ass, bootleg ass apartment, bitch, give me my fucking keys. Fake sleep is a sign of guilt, and Pisces rules guilt. Like, that's crazy. Turn up and wake your shit up, bitch. Help me find I'm like, why you not helping me find my shit? And that's when I started getting suspicious, because if somebody come around me and they're clearly struggling, they're clearly looking for something, I was up for 5 minutes. That's a long time. Like, just tearing stuff up, flipping stuff over, like, where my keys are. If somebody come around me looking for something, I'm going to help you look for it. Now, granted, people can still steal from you and help you look for it. But, damn, you going to be that obvious? Because now I'm looking like, why you don't have the same sense of urgency as I do? And you just fucked on me. Like, what? Yeah, I ain't talked to that nigga since. That was the last time. And honestly, even had things not going left like that, I just wasn't feeling him. That was the one. He was from the Virgin Islands. That's also very Pisces. So y'all know Pisces rules islands, because Pisces rules the 12th house, which deals with water. It deals with like remote places. Pisces is co-ruled by both Jupiter and Neptune. Jupiter deals with international, like foreign lands, people who can be foreigners. And then that Neptune influence is like being from, like I said, a remote island or something like that. So, and then with him being a Sagittarius on top of that, a lot of Sagittarians and people with Sagittarius influence have experiences where they've traveled. They can be immigrants, you know what I'm saying? First generation, second generation, this, or maybe they, relocated or something like that. So yeah, it checked out. He was from the Virgin Islands. And shout out to all my VI people. Nothing wrong. Don't mind me. But y'all accent is ugly. Y'all don't have the same type of accent that Jamaicans have and Haitians have. The Virgin Islands accent is ugly and it sounds stupid. It's, I love y'all, but y'all accent sound ugly. And he was talking to me like he was sexy, and he wasn't sexy. He was trying to talk me through it, but I hated the way he was talking. I can't even recreate it. Y'all know I love accents, but I can't even recreate the accent. And he just kept saying, "Oh, the poom poom wet for me." The what? Excuse me? Excuse me? The wet? Like, he kept saying, "Oh yeah, that poom poom wet." Shut the fuck up. I was just turned off, y'all. And I wasn't fully off of the dark side of Gemini. Me and the dark side of Gemini had our little off moment. So I was like, my mindset was like, let me fuck another nigga to get over him. And he was just the nigga that I chose. And I regretted that decision immediately. Then when I got to his house, it stank. It was smelling like, I don't know. And I'm not, like I said, no, I'm not trying to, don't look at this as me coming for, like, being xenophobic. I'm not coming for the island girlies. I love all my teens. Arampantang, arambanting. I love y'all motherfuckers. But, and honestly, I haven't experienced this with nobody else, but it was him. I guess it was the herbs and 11 herbs and spices he was cooking with. His house stank. It smelled weird. Between that and the ugly ass Virgin Island accent, it was annoying. It was annoying. I was like, I should have said get out of me, but I was trying to be nice. You know, my Libra rising. You know, I'm a Libra rising in Venus, so naturally we're gonna take the path of least resistance. You know what I'm saying? Now, because I'm a Sag, it's gonna be to a point, but you know what I'm saying? I have my breaking point now. But you know, if things ain't going too far, like if I don't feel like you not doing nothing too crazy to me, if it's something that I feel like either you can't control or whatever, then that's different, you know, or just whatever. Like I don't want to obstruct the movement. I just make note in my head, like, oh yeah, this is the last time I'm chilling with your ass, you know, like, okay, note to self, I'm never hanging out with this nigga ever again. But I'm gonna let the night play out the way it play out. But I was just making mental note, like, ew, like, ugh, oh my god, you know. And so, yeah, the night went on, and we ended up fucking, and it was very quick. He came and kind of fast, and he wanted to go rounds. And y'all know I'm freaked out the frame. I did not want to go rounds. Once that nigga came, I said, that's it. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm done. Like, clothes back on. Like, I'm by the time he looked down and by the time he pulled the condom off his dick, my clothes was on. Macaroni. I mean, you know, I got the little, I ain't even squirt or nothing. That's how I know. I just was not feeling him. More to Sagittarius on his ass. Okay. That's when I couldn't find my keys now. Cause at that point I'm thinking like, nigga, you gonna, I don't know. We in Atlanta. It's sex trafficking capital. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you, I don't know. Like I'm drunk as fuck. Like I don't know what you do. It's the middle of the night. You acting like you sleep. Like that's when I started teeing up on his ass. But I was being very polite. I was keeping it real cute, very Libra like, very Libra ascendant like the whole night for the most part. So, you know, whatever. I said that to say, I forgot how we got to talking about that. Like I said, I know I did a story time on that. I know for a fact I did a story time on that. But, you know, talking about the damn poom poom. I'm like, bitch, if you don't get your motherfucking head ass the fuck up off me, bro. I like Jamaican accents. Jamaican accents is cool, you know. Like I said, even Haitians, I know they got that French, that ville, Creole, oui, oui. They got that little Creole. Ça passe, ça boule. I like that's cool too. But I can't put my finger on what the Virgin Island accent is. I don't know what the fuck that is, bro. It's like they some country ass island niggas, and that shit is not sexy. Do you have a Pisces descendant? My Pisces ex tried to sneak and buy some games with my card. That's disgusting, but it sounds about right. Pisces, you just got to be careful. And that's why Pisces can be so dangerous, because they like to position themselves as innocent. Like, you know, Pisces could look like a victim, but them motherfuckers could be so motherfucking crafty and nefarious and secretive, and you just never know. You never fucking know. Y'all, I ain't even finna go back into that. Fuck it. I ain't finna go back into that. We gonna keep that one in the vault for a minute. Fuck it. Men who act passive aggressive are ill. That's a female mannerism. Hello. Oh, embarrassing and embarrassing others and humiliation. And it's not even just others, famous nobody. Pisces deals with embarrassment in general. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, and this brings me into our first topic, thumbs up, this video, which brings me into our first topic of the night. I mean, I said the night, the morning, the afternoon, which is, that Pisces embarrassment. So Tamar Braxton, who is a Pisces sun, this is a really good example, actually, because Pisces rules embarrassment and humiliation. Obviously, Pisces are not the only people who get embarrassed, but there is a common theme when it comes to especially dealing with men, because the sun deals with the men in our lives, so does Mars. Pisces women, unless other indicators in their chart applies, can absolutely find themselves in situations where they are humiliating themselves, embarrassing themselves over niggas. Krishan Rock, K. Michelle. I mean, the list goes on and on. But if we're talking about the Tamar thing, y'all, let's get into it, baby. Y'all done seen what happened. I was gagging. So basically, Tamar is with this white man. Okay, she with this vanilla bean king. Okay, and with the side part, like I hate the way white boys be doing their hair. Like you got the side part, and it's like slicked over. He low key looked like a fucking Confederate general. Like that nigga look like Robert E. Lee. Oh, Jesus. Come back. I just made the correlation. But anywho, so she with Robert E. Lee. It could be a humiliation king. It could be. So basically, she with this white nigga or whatever, and she been going back and forth with him. Like I guess they had broke up and got back together, whatever the case may be. She had made like a video, talking about like, oh, we back together. I took him back. Ba da 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 ba da ba da. And if y'all don't know, basically in the midst of her doing her little makeup breakup situation with this white nigga, he decides, I guess he wanted to do his big one. He wanted to get one up on her. He go and fuck with Tommy from Love and Hip Hop, because Tommy and Tamar obviously had like a little situation, like they was beefing, they didn't like each other, whatever. So while him and Tamar was off, right, while they had broke up and wasn't together, he was videoed with Tommy at like a basketball game or something. So I guess he was messing around with Tommy. Then after that, Tamar popped back up with the nigga. And everybody was like, why she with the nigga? And she was like, I was the one who ended things with him, and I went and got my man back. So she did like a show, like a concert. And in the concert, she was like, I guess she was expounding on that. And she was like, I had to go get my man back from that crackhead, talking about Tommy. Now, it's just funny when we call Tommy a crackhead. But bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, you can't do that. Because she my thing is, if you're going to be that type of person, if you're going to be that type of I'm going to throw the first slut type of girly, you can't have, I'm going to need you to be a little bit more on point than like what you are. You can't have such a blind spot. Like you make it easy. You're an easy target, because you can tell Tamar is clearly with the nigga who don't like her that much. And so like you throwing slugs at a bitch who yo nigga was fucking with, it was just weird. It was weird. So Tommy made a video and was like, well, your man was pillow talk. Basically, he was pillow talking, telling Tommy, honestly, shit that niggas do. He was pillow talking with Tommy, telling Tommy that like he don't fuck with Tamar no more, and he ain't like her. And Tommy dropped the receipts. Like she recorded him just like a dark side of Gemini. She recorded him, and Gemini is all about games, so it was probably just a big game to her, but and they gonna tell it all. So she recorded this dumbass nigga telling her all Tamar dark secrets, talking about he kicked Tamar out the house, she moved back in with her mama, da 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 da. Now Tamar looks stupid. Now, baby, you look dumb, because because it's almost like, you know, she got that my man kind of thing where she kind of pedestalizes men, and you know, you bragging on your man and throwing shots at the woman that he was fucking around. Like, you know what I'm saying? With just because she your op, but if he really your nigga, why was he fucking with your op like that? But now you look dumb because you back with him, but it's my man, my man. Now you embarrassed. You embarrassed. That's that Pisces shit, girl. You're embarrassing. Sit down. Like, I'm not saying all Pisces are like this, but you know, if we're sticking to the archetype of what Pisces is and what it can and how it can be expressed because of that Neptune influence, Pisces has no boundaries. You know, a lot of Pisces women can be real weak when it comes to men. If we're talking Sun, Venus, Mars, and Pisces, very weak when it comes to men. You know, letting men run over you, not being able to stand up for yourself. Like I said, embarrassing yourself, humiliating yourself. You know, almost even Stockholm syndrome. Pisces is a sign of Stockholm syndrome. Pisces is a sign of slavery. That's because Neptune and its tendency to like remove a person's like willpower. You know, where it's like a person doesn't have any real willpower, like any real control, where you just a slave to like other people and outside influences. She's embarrassing. She's just as embarrassing as Krishan. So, like, girl, I see why you want to hang around Krishan. Y'all hoes is embarrassing. Talk about my man. And that's the thing. Ladies, if y'all gonna fuck with a white man, and obviously all people are capable of being horrible people. Okay. Honestly, I feel like most men, not all, but most men are not good people. Whether they black, whether they white, green, orange, because most men are not socialized to be good people. Now, obviously, I got, you know, male followers. I know, you know, if that's not you, that's not you. You're the exception. But the way most men are not socialized to be good people. I don't make the rules. It's just what it is. We live in a capitalistic society. Misogyny is real. Misogynoir is real. It's all baked into the system, okay? And so I say that to say there's that. But if you are going to date a white man, for my black women, if you're going to date a white man, if you're going to date Pisces risings, not necessarily. I mean, it could be depending on what else is going on in your chart, but I'm talking about like strictly embarrassing yourself over a man, Pisces, Sun, Venus, and Mars. But anywho, yeah, if you're gonna date a man outside of your race, like a white man or something, please get a white man who actually like know that he's a white man and who actually want to be a white man, and not a white man who models himself after black men. Do you understand? Because you're gonna get a vanilla covered nigga, okay? And the way that Tamar boyfriend act, Robert E. Lee, that motherfucker act like a vanilla covered nigga, because that's some shit a nigga would do. Go link up with the next bitch and then pillow talk and tell that bitch all your business, knowing damn well you don't fuck with the bitch. Put that bitch all in your motherfucking business. Make up shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be lying. She a Pisces sun. You know, Pisces, that's that lower octave of Pisces too, can be lies. You know, like, oh, I don't fuck with her. I don't like her. You know, I don't fuck with that bitch like that. Blah, 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 blah. That was some nigga shit, but you could have stayed with a nigga if you finna get embarrassed like this, girl. You quite literally could go to the hood, go get you a nigga, take your pick, and just get embarrassed over that nigga. You chose to date a white man and literally got the nigga experience. Like I said, I'm not saying white men. I don't think white men are saviors. I'm not saying they can't be bad people. They come with their shit too, but I feel like it look different. White men can embarrass you, or you can go outside dating a white man, but I feel like the experience is gonna be a little different. The way she went outside, it's like you was dating a nigga. Like you could have dated a nigga to have a nigga do some weird pillow talking shit on you. That's weird. You didn't really have to, like, what was the point? Hey Isaac, happy Sunday. I've had bad experiences with I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm not saying white men are the holy grail. I'm not saying no type of man is the holy grail. I'm just saying you're going to get a certain type of ain't shitness with a black man, and you don't get a certain type of ain't shitness with a white man. And in my opinion, the type of ain't shitness Tamar is getting, bitch, you could have stayed with a nigga for that. That's all I'm saying. She be acting like a brat. That's also very Pisces. The lower octave of Pisces is spoiled. Tamar acting like a brat. I hated the way she treated Tracy. But you know, her and Tracy had a sun-south node relationship. Tamar is a Aries south node. That also explains she has her Venus conjoined to her south node too. That explains why she has such a hard time getting along with other people. She really is not a team player. You know what I'm saying? Where she can be she's a difficult one in the room. But with Tracy's son on her south node, that's why Tracy saw her for who she was. And Tracy was gonna get with her ass. I guarantee you they probably done fight. Tracy probably done beat her ass before. Y'all seen that clip? It's a clip of the Braxton family values. And Tracy was like sitting next to Tamar, and I forget what they was talking about. But Tamar had said something, and Tracy had turned her body over. It was like, yeah. Like she was getting ready to nut up on her. And then that's when Tawanda had grabbed Tracy like, chill. I love me some Tracy now, because Tracy was getting ready to fuck that bitch up. Tracy said, what? Tracy turned her body around, and you know when that bitch finna hit your ass with the, she swung her body around and leaned forward. That's that bitch play with me. Like, yeah, all right, bitch. I was already not feeling your ass. Keep on. Say something else, bitch, and watch me go off in your shit. She had leaned forward on Tamar ass, and normally Tamar be all extra and animated. But that's how I can tell they probably done fought before, and she knew that Tracy probably was finna beat her ass, because she was like, Tamar had got real, she kept it real cute. All that extra shit Tamar be doing, Tamar was real cute. Tamar had found her some good sense. Tamar was like, huh? She was like playing dumb. She was like, huh? Like I said, I don't remember verbatim what the exchange was, but that was like the gist of it. Like, Tamar was like, huh? Like, and Tracy leaned forward and crossed her legs like, yeah. What was it? What was it? What was that? What was that? What was it? Huh? What? Hold on. Wait, huh? What's up? And that's where everybody had to intervene, because they was like, oh, nah, baby, this shit finna go left. Tracy finna turn Tamar ass every which way except loose. We gotta go ahead and the cooler heads have to prevail. That's the Aries Sun South Node relationship. Tracy was the real one. They didn't deserve her. They did not deserve her. I said, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's in the details. It's in the details. That's how I could tell. I was like, oh yeah. Tracy, she official. She's the official one in the family. Because Tamar know who to try that weird shit with and who not to try it with, and what moment to be a weird bitch and when not to. She know when to hold them and when to fold them. And Miss Sister Girl was folding real bad. She said, Tamar was just looking at her like, but yeah, storing the rocks and hiding your hands, that could also be very Pisces. Because once again, when you think of like the unevolved, the lower octave Pisces, it's sneaky. Tamar talked so bad to and about all of them. I'm surprised they still did. You know how Black people do. That's your family. That's your family. But every time I would watch the family Braxton values, I'm like, there's no way I could be cool with her. Like, even if she was my family, that's that family member. Bitch, I'm beating your ass and I'm never talking to you again. Don't invite me to no function this hoe finna be at. I get this weird bitch out of my face. I don't care who you are in relation to me. Because bitch is gonna be up every time we in any type of a public gathering together. I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like you. If she's there, I'm not coming. So y'all need to pick. Do y'all want peace? Do y'all want everybody together, or do you want peace? Leave me out of it. What do you think could show in Toni Braxton's chart her standing out beyond her sisters? Well, Toni has, and this is actually a very interesting situation. She has the inverse lunar nodal placement to Tamar. So while Tamar is an Aries South node, which means in this lifetime she has to learn how to be a better team player, and she needs to work on having better relationships with other people. Toni is an Aries North node, which means that her comfort zone probably is somebody who's used to playing in the background, playing it safe, letting other people make decisions for her, that kind of thing. But in this lifetime, she's supposed to be a breakout person. That's her being the breakout star, her being the breakout person of her family. Like, where in a weird way, it's like Tamar is kind of supposed to teach her what she needs more of, in a weird way, like where she can actually benefit from Tamar's shenanigans in terms of embodying that behavior. So Toni Braxton could stand to be more that way. Libra South Nodes can be very refined. You know how Toni Braxton is, real classy, and I talk like this. I'm Toni Braxton, and this is the Braxton family, and we're the Braxtons, and we care about how things look. And Libra is all about respectability and public standing. I have to say the right thing. There was this video that I saw of Toni Braxton. It was like the paparazzi had caught up to her, and they were asking her about somebody, like her opinion on somebody. And she was like, I want to say that she's a bitch. She said something like that, like, I want to say fuck that bitch, or she's a bitch, but I'm not going to say that because it's not the right thing. Like, I'm like, no, bitch, if you Aries North Node, you just need to say fuck that bitch and go on with your day. You see what I'm saying? That's Toni. My bad. I'm here. My computer died per usual. Let me know if y'all still here. Are you still here? Are you still here? Are we here? What if your North Node is Libra and South Node is Aries? Did you just join the chat, babes? I literally just talked about that. But she was like, she was like, yeah, I would say this, but it's not politically correct. Like, no, bitch, your ass need to stop being politically correct. You're a Libra South Node. Oh, you just joined. Okay. I was just checking. So if you are a Libra North Node, that means you actually need to, it's the opposite. So take that same lesson and flip it. Your ass need to learn how to practice some restraint. If you're a Libra North Node, you do need to practice restraint. So like Tamar has that Libra North Node. She could take a lesson from Toni. Practice some restraint, bitch. I need you to learn how to weigh out the pros and cons, weigh the consequences. Think before you do shit. Think before you say shit. That kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? learn how to get along with people. You have to, you know what I'm saying? Learn how to be a team player. Learn how to compromise. Everything's not all about you. These are lessons Tamar needs to learn as a Libra North Node. And clearly, it's whooping her ass. Because if you ask me, she's not learning it. You're not learning the lesson, bitch. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that she also has Venus conjoined to her South Node. And that's a different story for a different day. When you have planets in the same sign as your South Node conjoined to your South Node, it can make it harder to overcome, those South Node programmings. You know what I'm saying? Okay, my take on Virgo North Nodes, so Pisces South Nodes. Well, you're not special. Who said that? Look at me when I tell you this. You're not special. And step into reality. And I mean, in all honesty, I'm being facetious. In all honesty, Virgo North Nodes have to learn how to cope with stress. They have to learn how to step into like learning how to be more pragmatic, you know, get out of Delulu land and come join us in society and develop a skill set and put it to use. Learning how to be more productive in this lifetime. Find you something to do. Go get you some business. I'm leaving. Good night. The pink sauce girly. Okay, that's her. I knew I heard that from somewhere. Yes, hit the like button. And to your point, Raina, stop being victims and delusional. You know, there's a more helpful way to put this. Oh shit. There's a more helpful way to put this. So to try to be more helpful, which is funny, Virgo rules help. That's crazy. A more helpful way to look at this is like learning how to be more discerning if you're a Virgo North Node, right? Learning how to be more discerning, learning how to be more selective, learning how to really just be more functional, because these are people who have a hard time being functional members of society to a certain extent. Taking accountability, but a part of taking accountability is almost like kind of like training. Like you have to train yourself. Like people who have to learn how to straighten up. Y'all know who else is a good example of this? Kodak Black. That's so crazy. These are some really good segues, which brings me to Kodak Black, the project baby. Because, and I feel really bad for him, because people who have a whole lot of mutable energy in their chart, you know, people with a lot of Sag energy, Virgo, look, the call's coming from inside the house. I would know. Sag energy, Virgo energy, Gemini energy, Pisces energy in one chart, baby, it's a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe for mental illness. So I think Kodak Black has a lot. He has it bad. He's a Gemini sun, Pisces South Node. Kodak has a lot of issues. But if we're talking about the Pisces South Node thing specifically, in Kodak Black's case, this shows up as him not being able to be a productive member of society due to addiction, mental health issues. Pisces rules incarceration. That's why that nigga can't stay out of jail. Shout out to Funky Dineva. You know what I'm saying? You know, the mutable energy can be really hard to deal with. It can be. And if you're somebody who has a bunch of mutable placements in one chart, God bless you. It's hard for us. I wonder what's his trauma that he's running from. South DeKalb at 5. Okay, cool. Hold on, y'all. Give me just a second. I can't multitask. You have a Gemini stellium? Wanna lay you down, Immutable houses. My house square off because my chart set up like a Capricorn rising. So would it be opposite for Pisces North Nodes? Excuse me. Yeah. So as a Pisces North Node, a lot of Virgo South Nodes can be very anal retentive, uptight. So yeah, in this lifetime, you have to learn how to relax a little bit. Pisces South Nodes live too much in their imagination. Pisces North Nodes don't use their imagination enough. Pisces North Nodes need to come and smell the fucking, like, relax a little bit. Now, this is another reason why addiction could be so big. Like the addictive tendencies get hit just as hard in the charts of Pisces North Nodes as it can Pisces South nodes. And some really good examples of this would be Chris Brown, Chris Crackhead Brown, Black China, right? There's some famous Virgo South nodes. And so this is actually a really good example of how you can take the North Node energy a little bit too far. People think just because, the North Node is the North Node, that means it's peaches and cream and that's it. And that's all there is to it. Shit, P. Diddy, a Pisces North Node. And this is because these are people who are so uptight, especially with P. Diddy. He has his Pluto conjoined to that Virgo South Node. That's why he's a horrible person to work for. Y'all know Virgo rules, employment, assistance. That's why he abused his power with so many of the people working for him and under him. It was probably done to him, but that's a different video for a different day. But people who could, a lot of times these are people who can feel unfulfilled in life, or maybe they have jobs or positions in life that keep them, just really high strung, or where so much has been required of these people where their nervous system is taxed. And the only way they feel like they can let loose when they activate that Pisces North Node is through drugs, alcohol. It's and technically, if you want to be technical, if you want to be just, by the book, technically, they have the right to do that, to experience, intoxication and, what I'm saying, and experiment. But once again, this is a case example of when activating the North Node goes wrong, when keeping it real goes wrong, because you can overdo it. So Pisces North Nodes can have really bad addiction problems too. And they said P. Diddy was down to the office drugging bitches, talking about I'm gonna drug them hoes and pimp them out. I saw this one video of P. Diddy. It was like a VHS style video, right? Of him in the office. Y'all know how the record execs get in the office and they listening to music and stuff, like maybe an artist debuts an album or a single or an EP or whatever, and they're letting everybody listen to it or whatever, and they're in the office and everybody just listening to the music and vibing and whatever. I don't know who was in the room, but P. Diddy was this was in the 90s, early 2000s. And Diddy was in the room and he was listening to somebody's music. He was bobbing his head. But then right before the cameraman shifted the angle, the cameraman was getting ready to pan to the next person. Before, it was a split second. Because if you would have looked the other way, you would have missed it. But right before the cameraman panned the camera, you saw Diddy put some damn cocaine in his motherfucking nose. Because the nigga, he put something up to his nose. Y'all, look, don't ask me how I know. Mind your fucking business, okay? But they got the little scoopers that you dig in the bag with. Look, I got Venus square Neptune, and Neptune, I'm a Neptune dominant, bitch. Don't ask me how I know. They got the little scoopers, and he took the little cocaine scooper, and he scooped it up to his nose, and he said, and then they panned the camera. I said, did this nigga just take a bump of cocaine? In 4K, that's crazy on camera. And this was before the allegations. It was just some shit that I feel like I peeped. I've been seeing Diddy for who the fuck he was, but I was I knew that nigga was on that boom. I knew he was on that boom heavy. I knew he was a powder head. I said, oh my goodness, that's why he was acting like that. He was like, yeah, baby. Y'all know how his mannerisms is. He was like, yeah, yeah, bad boy, baby. Yeah. And then he put the little thing to his nose. He said, I said, oh, did he know he was being recorded? I was a little confused. And he was just having a good old time. Now, do I think Diddy gave Soulja Boy the pat? I can't say definitively, but what I will, and I have to go back and look at Soulja Boy's chart. I did a reading on him, but it was a long time ago. Diddy's more fresh on my brain. But what I will say is that Scorpio is the sign of infection. It's the sign of disease. It's the sign of disease, infection, STDs. Yeah. Whew. I said, Soulja got that shit. Is that why he look like a fucking mummy? That nigga like 1 year older than me. Me and Soulja Boy almost damn near the same age. And that nigga look like a corpse. Oh, and Soulja Boy's a Leo too. Do I hear square? And y'all know why? Do y'all know why Leo squares Scorpio? I'll let you answer in the comment section. I want to be a teacher so bad. Y'all know my North Node in the third house. I want to be a teacher so bad. And then I got that Virgo moon. Why does Scorpio square Leo? Somebody, let me know. Am I convinced Cassie was born a male? I would have to go back and look at her chart, y'all, and we can do that. We can actually do that. Let's do that. Yeah, it's a fixed sign, but they're like quality wise, like characteristic wise. Why does Leo square Scorpio? We know all signs that share the same modality are going to square each other, but like archetype wise, what about Scorpio and Leo don't go together? Maybe that's the better way to ask the question. What about Leo and Scorpio is not compatible? Scorpio is the dark and Leo is the light. That's a good try. Ego and pride. That's a good guess. So basically, Leo, and y'all are actually really close. So Leo rules the fifth house, which deals with children. And just like children, Leo has this kind of innocence to it, right? And this kind of naivety to it, right? And Scorpio, on the other hand, which naturally rules the eighth house, deals with domination. It deals with power. And even like insidious shit, you know what I'm saying? If we're talking about in its darkest form. So a lot of times Scorpio takes advantage of Leo. You see what I'm saying? Scorpio can be very manipulative. Scorpio is the sign of psychology. It knows how to study. Think about Scorpios. You know what I'm saying? They know how to study people, especially when they get to know you. They figure out what makes you tick, you know, because Scorpio is all about what resides on a deeper level. Like I said, it rules psychology. And if you're talking about a person with bad intent, obviously all Scorpios don't have bad intent. But if you are that type of Scorpio, these are the most dangerous types of people to deal with. Some of the, most dangerous types of people to deal with. And it squares off Leo because a lot of times Leo don't see that shit coming. Leo is very naive, very surface level. They can be very superficial, very just childish, especially if you're giving them attention or validating them in a certain type of way. And Scorpio can sting the hell out of Leo. And Leo won't even know what hit their ass. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Not to mention, Leo rules the entertainment industry. Scorpios are literal vampires. Absolutely. Sister Patterson. Wait. Who's Sister Patterson? Is that New York's mama? Jocelyn, Stevie J, Pete Davidson. Leo Moons. Leo is royal high. Scorpio deals, dark, gutter. Yeah. I'm a Leo. My older cousin is a Scorpio. She traumatized me. And Scorpio also deals with jealousy. Leo rules attention. So sometimes you can even that dynamic, like, Scorpio being jealous or spiteful, acting really spiteful towards Leo. And Leo rules the heart. So even though Leos have their own, and that's everybody, that's every sign, every person has, the light-sided qualities, the dark side quality, whatever you want to call it, higher vibration, lower vibration. But say what you want about Leo, Leo still rules the heart. So these are people who can have big hearts. Like I said, think of Leo as children. You know, like how a child can be so naive and, you know, have like a real big heart. And Scorpio absolutely can take advantage of that. I feel like Leo and all the fire signs see it. We can just tell that it's going to go farther than we have the energy for. That heavy ass water dims out the light for real. What if you are a Scorpio sun and Leo rising? That's a good question. So when you have your sun in Scorpio and, is that what you said? Yeah, sun in Scorpio and Leo on the rising, you got to break it down in terms of what these placements represent. So the sun deals with our purpose. It deals with, you know, our persona. Your ascendant deals with like your physical body, maybe even your personality, how people look at you. So obviously there's conflict there. Let me highlight your comment. There's conflict there. There's tension there. And usually from my studies, this can manifest in like a person who finds themselves like in positions of power, or like people who can be popular, but they feel like they're always having to fight for, or a person who receives a lot of attention, hence that Leo ascendant, but it may not be good attention, if that makes sense. Or a person who feels like every time they are put in a situation where they're receiving a lot of attention and praise, something negative happens after that. Or like, you know, they can attract a lot of people. Like it can breed a lot of feelings of envy and resentment amongst other people, or conflict amongst other people. Or there could be a sense of avoidance there, wanting to avoid attention, or wanting to avoid, you know, being placed on the spot like that, I guess you could say. Now, with Drake being a Scorpio sun and Leo rising, and you also have to understand that degrees matter. So I don't know what degree his sun is versus what degree his rising sign is, because if it's not a 8 within an 8 degree, or well, it's his sun. So if it's not within a 10 degree orb, technically the square doesn't count. Okay, but let's say like if it does, this could also deal with where there could be a lot of issues regarding his father, specifically the attention that he gets versus, you know, like the way that it kind of registers to me is like his father being jealous of his star power and the type of attention he gets. Y'all know his daddy wanted to be a singer, right? And I don't know if y'all paid attention to Drake's daddy. That old ass nigga is annoying. He give me like, I wanted to be a singer, because he wasn't even in Drake's life like that. That nigga came around after Drake got famous. Catch those T's, okay? Just like a black daddy. That nigga went to the store and never came the fuck back, okay? I don't know his dad's sign. I don't know. Y'all can research that. But that also could deal with where Drake can have his own issues, you know, like really deep seated issues regarding his father. And honestly, because Leo rules children, I wouldn't be surprised if he, you know, had his own issues with his son. Now, because Leo also rules children, y'all know they say Drake is a predator. And that Leo sun squaring Scorpio, that's another problem that comes with that Leo Scorpio square. If Leo rules children and Scorpio rules sex and deviancy, hello, and the two are squaring one another, hello, are you listening? Are y'all listening to me? Or do I have to say it out? Do I have to say the silent part out loud? Yeah. Catch those T's. Hey, was it not T-O? Not T-So? I don't know. Hey, baby, though. We just kind of been talking about some of everything. Drake, Tamar. What's my sun sign? Thank you. I love you too. I'm a Sagittarius. I was in love with the Sagittarius. He blew my mind. He also had a flip side, too much like a Gemini. He was freaky like a Taurus, the way he handled me, yeah. Flirtatious as an Aries, which sign is best for me? She was in love with the Sagittarius. Right. Ooh. You a Sag moon? Ew. I feel like Sag moons are more, I feel like they're more fun than us. I like Sag moons more than I like Sag suns, my damn self. Because you know your moon is more authentic. It's more true to you. You know, your sun sign has a performative quality to it. And my sun, I have my Sag sun trine in my Chiron in Leo. So it's not that this is not my personality, because it is, but it's like I can control it more. Like if you were somebody who knew me on a day-to-day basis, like my personal life, like my day ones, I'm a Virgo moon. I act more like a Virgo. I mean, honestly, because my sun and my moon are squaring one another, it's kind of like they fight for dominance every single day. But you know what I'm saying? I have my ways about me that's like more Virgo in nature. Like I'm more particular, you know what I'm saying? I'm more like, I can be like more structured, more laid back, you know, because I be thinking I'm a real Sagittarius and I get around like other Sag, like I'm bitch, you a Sag. Let me step the fuck back. This bitch is not playing. She's a Sag. You got it, ma. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got me. You got me there. Because certain shit, I don't know. I don't get along with other Sagittarians. The motherfuckers get on my nerves. But not me, though. Look, like when I get around Sagittarius, I be thinking like, damn, is that what people think about me? And then they be like, yeah, it probably is. That probably is what people think. I get around Sagittarius, I be like, oh my fucking God, I hate this bitch. Is that what people think about me? Is that how I come off? This bitch is obnoxious. Damn, bitch. Is that what y'all think about me? Is that how you feel about me? I don't know. Sag just get on my nerves. My favorite Sag celebrity. That's what I'm saying. I hate them all. I hate them. They are, every Sag celebrity gets on my nerves. Like, but y'all know I fuck with Asian dog. But like, I have a soft spot for Asian dog. But I'm gonna be real. If I'm realistically, and I just feel this feeling in my bones, if I knew the bitch in real life, we probably would be beefed out. Like we probably would have been fighting everything. So I just have a soft spot for her because I feel like people, like, she's annoying. She's very annoying. I get it, but I feel like people don't really give her tens, and she deserves it. But all the celebrity Sagittarians that I know are annoying as fuck. Like Nene, I hate that bitch. Like, I think she's a legend and a reality television superstar. Yes, but the bitch is annoying. Like, I feel I can see the negative or the dark-sided qualities, like the dark-sided Sagittarius qualities. My favorite Sagittarius would probably be my mentor, Rabina. Shout out to Rabina. Happy belated birthday to Rabina. If you watch me, I mean, because we share a lot of the same audience. So if you watch me, you probably do watch Rabina. She's my favorite Sagittarius in real life. But she also has a lot of Capricorn energy. So it balances out. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like Sagittarius like that. I don't. So it's easy for me to see a lot of the darker side qualities of Sagittarius when I'm dealing with them. And I mean, I guess that's why I'm a hypocrite, because like I said, I know I probably come off the same way to certain people, but it's just annoying when it's done to me. It's not a problem when I do it to y'all. It's just a problem when people do it to me. That's all. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, damn, bitch, Like my best friend, I have a best friend. She's a Cancer, and she attracts so many Sagittarius. Like she has like 3 different Sagittarius friends, and her other 2 Sag friends, I hated them hoes. Like in school, you know, they were loud and obnoxious. But then here I go, loud and obnoxious. But it's only room for one of us, baby. You gotta pick. We can't all be loud and obnoxious. So we all get together, and it's either gonna go real right or it's gonna go real wrong. You know, one of them was kind of annoying, but I could tolerate her a little bit more. The other one, she was a ghetto bitch from Riverdale. If y'all know Atlanta, y'all know Southside Riverdale. Oh my God. And she wanted everybody to know, I'm from motherfucking Riverdale, bitch. I'm motherfucking. All she did was talk about her fighting, and she was off the chain. And every time she come around, you know, Sagittarius, we can be sloppy drunks too. Sagittarius is all about having a good time. But when we get together, that bitch drank too much and get the fighting. And I be looking at that hoe like, yeah, I'm being this bitch finna box. I guarantee me, I'm a rock this bitch shit. The minute she do some weird shit to me, yeah, it's finna go up. I don't like this bitch like that. But I would tolerate her for my friend, you know. But we all get together and they start sagging and shit, and I just be staring at them. Like, you know, that's when my Virgo moon pop out. Cause now I'm too good for y'all bitches. Now I'm too good for y'all. Now I feel away. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm just looking at y'all like, ugh, this is low class. Like, who let these bitches in the room? You know what I'm saying? Then my Libra ascendant pop out too. I'll just be like, ugh, y'all bitches is weird. I can't stand my own sign. The only one I like is Rihanna. That's because she got a lot of Aries energy to balance out that Pisces shit, you know? Just last night, I was searching fixed stars, and I seen Rastaban and Sag, and all this time I thought that was her real name. That's so funny. My favorite sign, I'm going to say my favorite sign is, honestly, I think my favorite sign is Aquarius. And I know, you know, Aquarius in its lower nature can get just diabolical and disgusting. But one thing I will say I like about Aquarius is that Aquarius just don't give a fuck. Like, you either like them or you don't. You know, Aquarius is a very shameless sign. Very shameless. It just is what it is. They can be outrageous. They can be, you know, contrarians. They can be very controversial, but they just, I don't know. I can appreciate that. I can appreciate it. I like Aries too, though. I like Aries too. I like Aries, but once again, I'm biased because Aries is in my 7th house. So a lot of the people in my life are Aries. I attract so many Aries, and I can fuck with it. You know, I like the authenticity of it all. They raw. I like that raw shit. They are who they are. I get I got a best friend who's an Aries. We get together. It is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love it. That's why I love Sexy Red. You say what you want to say about her. You know, lower octave Aries can be ratchet. So can Aquarius. Ratchet, trashy, you know, just dirty looking, even dirty, just, you know, like, damn, this bitch is dirty and annoying and fucking in your face and very aggressive and all niggly. You know, you such a nigga. Why you gotta be so niggly, bitch? Like, but I like it, you know? And once again, I'm a fire sign. All fire signs share that masculine influence. So maybe I'm biased, but that's what I like. If I'm gonna hang out with a group of bitches, throw some Aquarians in the mix. Now, the Aquarius bitch, she ain't gonna be my real friend now. She just be a bitch that I party with. I would never let no real Aquarius bitch in my actual friendship circle. That's not gonna happen. Think of Meg the Stallion. You know, Aquarians can be horrible friends, actually, and which is the irony because they are the sign of friendship. And honestly, this is not me saying every Aquarius does not have the potential to be a good friend, But what I am saying is the dark side of Aquarius can be disloyalty. You know, Aquarius deals with instigate, you know, being an instigator. You know, if depending on what's going on in their chart and how that Aquarius energy is aspected, these bitches can be diabolical. I wouldn't actually be friends with no Aquarius bitch, okay? Not no real friends. But surface level shit, yes, you know, turn up with you for sure. Girl, you finna meet my nigga and chill, and because the world loves to forget that Meg was fucking on Kelsey's nigga. Kelsey was fucking with Tory Lanez. Now, I'm not saying that means she should have got shot. The little man is in jail. I don't give a fuck about Tory. Fuck Tory Lanez. He's in jail. That's fine. That's great. He belongs there. But we can have more than one conversation. Now that nigga's in jail and justice has been served, let's talk about the fact she was fucking her friend's nigga. Very Aquarius. Very Aquarius. I don't trust Meg. Like, and I think people get so caught up on the whole, like, she's a victim, we stand with Meg. And I think, too, the Pluto Sagittarius generation are such celebrity worshipers. A lot of y'all feel like y'all have to want to be best friends with your favorite celebrity, and you think you know these motherfuckers inside and out, and y'all put them on pedestals. Y'all don't know these folks like that. More than one thing could be true at once. I could love Meg's music. I still do. I can think Tory Lanez is scum of the earth. I still do. But I can also say, honestly, just knowing, you know, what I know of Meg's chart, I don't think Meg the Stallion is that great of a person. I honestly, she's not nobody. Like, I feel like she give fake vibes. She give fake mixy vibes. I would not trust that bitch. Would she be fun to party with? Absolutely. She has an Aquarius sun opposing her Mars and Leo. That's her competing with her friends over niggas all day long. Fighting over niggas, competing over niggas. Girl, bye. I wish I would actually be real friends with somebody like that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You got me fucked up. Meg the Stallion is a snake. So, you know, like I said, and people like to, because people don't know how to have nuanced conversations, and they don't know how to think outside of paradigms. Like, oh, if it's not this, then it got to be that. If it's not that, like, bitch, I'm not saying the bitch needed to get shot in the foot. Justice needed to be served. But if you want to have a separate conversation about character, I don't think the bitch is a good person. And when the way people be trying to attack Kelsey, like, oh, you know, Meg is around a whole bunch of snakes and she didn't have any real friends. How the fuck did that become the narrative when she was the one fucking behind her friend? How the fuck did Meg become? I get that she was the victim in the shooting. She absolutely was the victim in the shooting. That's just the fact. But the bitch was not a victim of the scenario. Like, she wasn't a victim in the entire story. She was a victim in the shooting, and justice was served, which is good. But she was not a bit, like, when it came to the friend, the way people was going in on the friend, like, oh, Kelsey, she was so dumb for not cooperating, and she should have cooperated, and, you know, she wrong for not trying to take this. I'm gonna be real. If I find out my friend was fucking on a nigga behind my back and that nigga shoot you in the foot, bitch, that's what your ass get. You better be lucky he ain't shoot you in the motherfucking ass, ho. And if that makes me a bad person, well, you know, that's the price I'm willing to pay. May God have mercy on my soul. If I find out my best bitch, my day one ace boon coon, fucking a nigga that, oh, I'm getting mad, y'all, because I'm thinking about the dark side of toy. If I found out one of my friends was fucking on that nigga, I might help his out. Me and that nigga might jump your ass together, bitch. And then I'm finna fight his ass too. That's right. Yeah, that's right. And if he fuck around and shoot you, bitch, that's what your dumb ass get, bitch. Don't ask me to get no type of justice for your trifling ass, bitch. Fuck you, hoe. Hopefully he shoots you 2 times next time. You see what I'm saying? But that's if I'm the friend. I'm not that big of a person, you know? My back is very small and petite. I'm not the bigger person. So that's just me. So you self-righteous hoes can think whatever the fuck y'all want to think. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just having like a little flashback. Because me and my cousin had gotten into it about this. Because she was like, you would really choose a nigga over your best friend? Like, how is that choosing a nigga over my best friend? Obviously, I wouldn't fuck with the nigga either. But you will hold the person that knows you on a more intimate level to a higher standard. I know this nigga is a fucking mush mouth, biscuit head ass nigga. I know he fucking on other hoes. But why it had to be you though? Because I know you and I thought you knew me. You done seen me in every walk of life. You done seen me crying. You done seen me excited about this nigga. I done told you about this nigga. I'm in your face kikiing about this nigga. And you fucking the same dick I ain't fucking, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Yeah. Yeah. A bullet to the foot would be the least of your worries fucking with me. A bullet to the foot would be the least of your motherfucking worries fucking with me, bitch. Yeah. I guarantee you that. Kelsey actually might be a little bit better than me. Cause bitch, I'm gonna be a thorn in your side to the day you die, bitch. You understand me? I'm gonna be a thorn in your side to the day you take your last breath. Keep playing with me. That's some weird ass shit. Okay, it done pissed me off too. I'm kind of pissed off about it. Because I don't like this Megan is a victim all the way around bullshit. She shouldn't have got shot. We get it. But I'm putting myself in the friend's shoes. If I'm the friend, bitch, it's fuck you, hoe. I don't give a fuck if he shot your ass in the head, bitch. But that's just me. Maybe if that makes me not a good person, you know what I'm saying? So be it. I digress. Like, she shouldn't have got, but that doesn't mean, are you saying the man should have shot a woman? Should the man we get it. The man shouldn't have shot a woman, and more than one thing could be true at once, because I think Tory Lanez, that's a whole different conversation for a different day, because that nigga is an unhinged leprechaun. And if you're being honest, like, intellectually honest, like, that's true. You know what I'm saying? But more than one thing could, y'all are two fucked up people fucking on each other. Doesn't she have female friendship issues? That's what I said. She had an Aquarius sun in opposition to her Mars. And actually, let me pull her chart up, shall we? Would y'all like to do that? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Give me a second. We're going to do it. I'm going to talk about it. We're going to get into exactly why Meg the Stallion got issues with her friends. Because let's be very clear. Her issues with friends don't start and end with Kelsey. Now, that was the biggest situation because, you know, it spiraled into like a whole situation with the shooting. You know what I'm saying? It spiraled into like a legal situation. But people have been talking about her falling out with people, her friends and shit for a very long time. Let's not make any mistake about that. I'm on the Meg the Stallion. I'm on your ass. And you crafty, hoe. Uh-huh. I see you for your works. You got these motherfuckers fooled, bitch. You ain't got me fooled. You do not have me fooled. Not even a little bit. Like I said, we glad Tory is locked up. So that frees us up to have a conversation about character. And I don't like it. I don't like hers. Hold on. I'm finna pull up her information. We're going to get into this. I want y'all to see this bullshit. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. February 15th, 1995 at 11 a.m. She was actually born in San Antonio, not Houston. San Antonio, Texas. Yeah, at 11 a.m. So let's go ahead and pull it up. I did hear, wait, hold on. It's going too fast. I did hear they did Tory like this because he declined to sign it from Jay-Z. Maybe, maybe not. But I'm not going to make Tory a victim. Tory Lanez is an unhinged psychopath. He has that Sun Chiron conjunction in Leo. You know, Chiron too close to a person's personal planets can make you a degenerate any fucking way. Especially in a sign like Leo. That's a person who feels like they're above, they can be above reproach. You know what I'm saying? It definitely gives deep narcissistic tendencies. I don't think Tory Lanez is a victim. So that's why I said nuance matters. People act like they don't know nuance because when you speak the truth about Meg, then people think that you a Tory supporter. Bitch, fuck Tory and Meg. How about those apples? Huh? Now, I love her music, but, you know, cover her drinking too. That's why he bald. Because of the, actually, if we talk about baldness, that's more Mars, Aries energy. Okay? Aries, Mars, it rules the head. I can't remember his entire chart off the top of my head. So, I mean, I would love to piece the puzzle together as far as why his hairline looks like a McChicken. But I would have to go look at his natal chart once again. Like I said, I'm not saying he right. I'm just saying I see that bitch for what she do too. Okay, hold on. I finished share. Hold on, y'all. Now I'm drunk and I forgot how to share my screen. Just kidding. I need to slow the fuck down. Okay. So as you can see, like here, like so, this is Meg the Stallion's natal chart. Okay. She has her sun at the 26th degree of Aquarius placed in that 10th house, which can symbolize her public stardom. Okay. Specifically on social media too. She's more of like a viral sensation. Aquarius deals with social media. The fact that this Aquarius sun is in her 10th house, the 10th house deals with, you know, the career. I'm pretty sure, you know, y'all have heard a bunch of other astrologers give very similar interpretations. If we're talking about sun and moon in the 10th house, I would even argue Mars in the 10th house. You know, people who can be, I mean, it's not necessarily a guarantee that you'll be famous per se, but it can definitely signify being at the top of your game or somebody who, like I said, has a very public facing job or career. You know, the sun deals with the entertainment industry specifically. So it kind of checks out in Meg the Stallion's case. But like I said, Aquarius is more so because it's the opposite of Leo. Leo deals with celebrity. Aquarius is more like, look at Leo as like famous. If Leo is famous, Aquarius is infamous. So it's like her having that Aquarius sun in her 10th house is her being this viral, infamous sensation, but also, like I said, having this super public career. The 10th house can deal with her getting brand deals, so on and so forth. You know, how she went viral on TikTok, like she went through this phase, especially in COVID, where like a lot of her music will really hit, you know, on social media and TikTok. And that's thanks to her Aquarius energy, that Aquarius sun right there. But if you observe, her sun is formed in opposition to not only her Leo moon, but that damn Mars, okay? So her sun moon opposition, look at moon, you can look at the moon as like women, okay? Feminine influence. So that opposition in and of itself could put a person in conflict with their female friends. Aquarius rules what? Friends. Aquarius sun opposing the Leo moon, what? Problems, conflict with your female friends. Leo is competitive. So when the moon is in Leo, these are people who, you know, they can be the life of the party or require a lot of attention and validation. And the gag is 9 times out of 10 is because they didn't get it at home growing up. That's the real tea. But they can also view other women as a threat to that. So with that, and then that's also reinforced with her moon conjoining Mars. A lot of my Mars moon girlies, and I actually have my Mars squaring my moon, but it's different signs, so it's like the same energy, but it's a little different. But the point is, and the energy could go both ways, where either when it comes to attention, Meg the Stallion is often in a situation where she feels like she has to compete with other women for attention. And because Leo deals with men, Mars deals with men and masculine influence. So like, you can look at her as like being the type of woman that feels like she got to compete with her friends over niggas. And to be fair, vice versa. Maybe she's had situations where other women have done that with her too. I'll be fair. But she give me one of them friends that do the most when niggas come around. Like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. You're weird. So, there's that. But, that moon, Mars, or more so that Leo Mars opposition to her sun also deals with where she can be a threat and very intimidating to men. Where she could be a very sexual person, and the way she carries herself is almost like a lot of niggas do, where she can be very sexual and have a lot of these no strings attached kind of sexual experiences. And I know this, I always talk about my Sun Mars girlies. Okay. My Sun conjoined to Mars, so it's not as bad. But if you got Sun squaring Mars, Sun in opposition to Mars, men either they view you as a conquest, like they want to tame you sexually, or they view you as a threat. Okay. That could also deal with her getting shot. Mars deals with weapons and gunfire. Her getting shot by a man. That could also deal with her fighting with women over men. Sun conjoined to Mars, opposing that sun. Moon conjoined to Mars, opposing her sun. So that everything that's revolving around that Tory Lane situation is encompassed in her Sun, Moon, Mars opposition. Okay? Period. Point blank, period. That's just what it is. What's her Pluto squaring? She has her Pluto. She has her moon square Pluto. So Pluto is squaring her sun and moon. And that's also sun square Pluto could also deal with life-threatening experiences. But her having Pluto squaring her sun and moon also deals with both her parents being deceased. And then on top of that, could also even lead to a person who could just be hated, who receives a lot of hate. That's also reinforced with that Scorpio North Node, receiving a lot of hate. A lot of hate, a lot of judgment, especially with her Pluto and Sag. A lot of hate, a lot of judgment, public judgment, a lot of judgment from the public. Oh, yeah. Now, conjunctions, YGP, could go one way or the other. Conjunctions can play out in a negative way, but they can also play out in a positive way. And usually people have more control over conjunctions. So, for example, for me, I have Sun conjoined to Mars. I've experienced a lot of the negative parts of that Sun-Mars affiliation or Sun-Mars contact, in the sense that I, too, have experienced men trying to compete with me, men getting physical with me. Y'all know I do my story times. Sun Mars women can come out very masculine, very dominant. I can too. I can intimidate men. I can, like that the whole shaboing boing. But when you have Sun conjoined to Mars, like I said, you have more control over it. It may not create as much disruption in your life, but my Mars is at the 29th degree of Scorpio, so that's a different story for a different day. But it's something that I feel like a person could use on a more positive end to like fuel, like maybe these are people who can be more, I don't want to say male identified in a way. I mean, to be fair, they probably could be more male identified if you got Sun conjoined to Mars. Or maybe somebody who, like I said, could take that energy and use it more to your advantage. Maybe you got a lot of men around you or something like that. Or maybe you can use a lot of those masculine energies and masculine influences to help you get shit done. You benefit from it more. Squares, obviously, you can work hard to try to overcome squares in your chart. Squares represent like learning opportunities to change, but it's gonna be more of it's gonna cause more of a disruption in your everyday life. Long story short. Yeah. Do Sun Mars conjunction females get in good relationships with Sun Mars men? It's gonna be tricky. And of course, you would have to take the entire their synastry into account. Because if they have other things in their charts and other things that's going within their synastry that balances that out, then that's a conversation to be had. But if we're just talking about in a vacuum, that's going to be difficult. I say Sun Mars women, fire sign women in general have a difficult time with men who operate along those similar lines because it's an ego clash. Like, for example, when I deal with fire sign men, when I deal with men who got a lot of, like, even with the dark side of Taurus, he was a Leo moon, Aries South Node, Mars and Aries, men who usually have this super masculine bravado to them, they view me as intimidating. And that's why shit goes all the way to the left side. Because a lot of times they view me as somebody who's trying to rob them. Like, if you show up as a nigga, they're going to try to treat you like a nigga. Even if in your mind you didn't do nothing wrong. So he started treating me like a man. And I'm like, hold on now. Wait a minute. Are we getting into some gangster shit? Because we can. All right. Bet. Hey, King Cole. I've seen some Mars women be some good fighters. Not me. The girl said me in parentheses. I've seen them be some good fighters. Me. Trying to emasculate them. And I'm going to be fair. Sometimes we probably can. And like I said, maybe it's a little worse for me because I'm actually a fire sign woman. So it's like, it's a double dose of that. But it's not intentional. But the stuff that I do, and I remember my child's father, when I was with my child's father, that was actually his number, when we used to argue, that would be his number one go-to phrase. You trying to emasculate me. You trying to emasculate me. I said, bitch, you emasculate your motherfucking self. How did I emasculate you? But he was dealing with friends who had women in retrospect that probably were a lot more submissive and a lot more the traditional archetype of what a quote unquote woman should be. Oh, hey, baby. Welcome home, daddy. I'm like, nah, nigga, what's up? What we doing today? What we getting into? When his boys come, when his niggas will come by, I'm in the room talking with them. Niggas get to talking about, niggas get to politicking about this, that, and that, and this. I'm talking too. What we talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas get to debating about shit. Hey, if it's something that I know about, Sagittarius love a good debate, bitch. If it's something I know about, bitch, I'ma speak on it. What's up? What we talking about? Like, yeah, nigga, hey, and then he would get mad, like, take your ass in the room. When my niggas come, you don't need to be in every nigga face. You want me to go in a room like a German Shepherd just because your niggas came by? That's not P. I'm not doing that. If that makes me masculine, then call me Tyrone. Call me Lamont, nigga. Like, if that makes me a nigga, then I'll be a nigga. If that makes me a nigga, I guess you bisexual, baby. Because I'm not gonna tone down what the fuck I got going on to make you feel better. And that's why fire sign women, that's why Sun Mars women, even Meg, even though I don't fuck with her in certain regards, I still see the struggle because she comes across as that type of woman too. You lead with your what's the word? Like you lead with your, it's like a certain sense of like power. You lead with your own power, and it can come off as aggressive. And especially if you're dealing with, the ego can be very fragile, especially if you're dealing with insecure men. They don't know how to take that. Everybody don't know how to take that. I'm not for everybody. Even as an astrologer, some people would be like, oh my fucking God, she just potty mouth and she just well, that's disgusting. This is fucking unprofessional. I'm never subscribed. I'm unsubscribing. I get comments like that pretty often. Oh my God, this is you call yourself an astrologer? Like, suck your mama pussy, bitch. I don't care. Like, what the fuck that mean to me? I'ma do me, I'ma be me, and then what? What's gonna happen? Who's gonna beat my ass about it? So, like I said, I can be fair. I can see more than one thing can be true at once. I can see where Meg could have that issue. Because when I also see the way that a lot of people, the hate that Meg receives, I look at it, I divide it into two categories. You have people who hate Meg the Stallion because she's a woman who's very strong and dominant in herself and her sexuality. That's that Leo moon. A lot of Leo moons were sexual from very early on. So her being super hypersexual, that moon Mars conjunction in Leo, where she can fuck a nigga and not catch no feelings type shit and get gone, very upfront with her sexuality and her power and who she is. Like, I get that. I get that. A lot of niggas find that intimidating. I like when she said, what she said? What did she say? It was some song. It was the tell me, is it life for real? Ooh, big old freak, yeah, with a big old chick. It was one line that she had in there. It was like, I told her, wait, what was it? Hold on. I'm gonna look it up because it was something about that particular bar that resonated in my soul. I said, "Ooh, this is my type of bitch right here." Hold on. It was one bar. I'm looking it up. Hold on. Maybe let me rub on you. Can I get a little love on you? My mind said it is driving crazy. Okay, hold on. Okay, here you go. She said, I need that net like a motherfucking pendant. Need you to spit, make that motherfucking glisten. Tell him, shut up, make that motherfucker listen. Bet he gonna like it. He won't do no tripping. That right there. Y'all didn't hear me. She said, what she said, I need that net like a motherfucking pendant. I need you to spit, make that motherfucking glisten. Tell him, shut up, make that motherfucker listen. I bet he gonna like it. He won't do no tripping. I tell that nigga to shut the fuck up, bitch. I bet you gonna shut the fuck up, though. Yeah, my nigga's gonna shut the fuck up. I bet you gonna do that. Now that's when I said, that's my type of bitch. That's my type of bitch. This bitch is disrespectful. I like it. Turn it up. Put it on repeat. And that is the essence. That's that type of energy that tends to clash with a lot of men who are more, I hate this word, but the alpha man, like that kind of thing. Like, if you a type of nigga that got that kind of hang up about yourself, you're not gonna like that. You're not gonna like it. And I tend to attract men. It's weird because I'm attracted to, I think this is all fire sign women, but as a Sagittarius women, like men who are passive, I eat them up and I spit their asses out. And I'm more drawn to niggas who I feel like, damn, like, ooh, daddy, like, ooh, he gonna, but it go left because it's like, I like feeling like I can't get over on you, but then I don't want you feeling like your ass can do that shit to me either. Now, hold on. Wait a minute, like put me in my place, but not too much. Like, now you're doing a bit much. Now this done escalated into something else. And me in the dark side of Taurus, that would be a lot of our issues. Like, he'd be like talking to me crazy, then I'm talking to him crazy, then he talking to me crazy again. And then he used to be like, why I'm fucking with a bitch that thinks she can talk to me like that? Cause he would be so mad because he would try to hold me in front of his niggas and shit. But then I'm not finna let you do that to me, baby. if anything, your niggas gonna walk away looking like, damn, that bitch, she really one of them. She really, what's up, bro? Like, you can't control your hoe. Like, so it be embarrassing. So now that his ego hurt, now he think he gotta make a point. Now he trying to get all rough with me. Now we got a domestic violence situation on our hands. Cause now I'm finna knock your ass toothless, bitch. Now we what's the T.S. Madison? What she say? Now we fighting like two niggas. You know, it's just, I digress. Whatever. I said all that to say, under certain parts of Meg, I get it. You got the people who hate Meg just because they're red pill manosphere, misogynistic, misogynoir. Noir. But then you have people who have valid criticisms of her. There are valid criticisms of Meg the Stallion. That's all I'm saying. Sun, Mars, woman struggles. Right. The answer, get someone older. Well, I mean, that's not always the answer either. I just broke things off with this older nigga, but that was kind of for a different reason though. He just wasn't my speed, but I don't know if that's always the answer either. Old niggas think they know everything. Bitch, you ain't you not my damn daddy. Not unless we're fucking. I'll call you daddy if you got your dick in me, but once you take your dick out my cervix, you is not my damn daddy, bro. You are gang. You're gang. What's up, gang? You can't tell me what to do. That's not how this works. If anything, nigga, you do what the fuck I say. That's pretty much how we're gonna do this. Cause what? Old niggas think they know everything. Get the fuck, like, yeah. The only difference, never mind, I ain't even gonna say that. God forgive me. God forgive me. God forgive me. God. I almost said something so crazy. We ain't even finna go there. Dating older men comes with more stability if you do it right. However, they act like your daddy. I'm like, all right. And I already, if you've been on my channel for a minute, shit, I fought my own damn daddy. Like, so tread real carefully. I be disrespecting the fuck out of my daddy. So do you really want to be, you really trying to step in those shoes? Is this really what you want? Because I cracked my daddy over the head with a fan in 2020. Do you want to be my dad or not, nigga? Do you want these problems? No, I didn't think so. I'm disrespectful as hell, nigga. You do not want to be my damn daddy. Fuck that nigga. Yeah, I barely fuck with that nigga. I feel like y'all been around. I done had so many damn story times, y'all. I feel like I thought y'all knew this. So, it's my Mars at that 29th degree of Scorpio. The fact that it's close to my sun like that. So long story short, it was long story short. Well, it's so many directions I can go with this. Let me try to summarize this. Because I have a dad that I was raised with, a stepdad, and then I have a biological father. I've been disrespectful to both, okay? But for good reason. Look, I'm such a Sagittarius. I'm gonna try to justify it. And for good reason. Sagittarius, we gonna go in, but we got our reasons. So long story short, I had just moved back from Texas. I moved back home with my parents to get back on my feet. I have a kid, so it was me and my kid, and I was like, yeah, when I move back to Atlanta, we gonna, stay at my parents' house for, a little bit so I can save my money, get some checks under my belt, and get on. Long story short, my stepdad was like, he was tripping. And I grew up in a dysfunctional home. He was very abusive, like in all kinds of ways. Like he's a dark-sided Taurus. So my son, like I said, I got that Sun Mars conjunction, 29th degree. Just it was a dysfunctional household, right? Abuse it's a generational curse for me. Abuse is a generational curse for me. So long story short, boom. So I'm living there, and I'm like, I'm trying to get through it or whatever. And on one particular day, The nigga tried me like, he tried me like I'm a bum. Like he tried me like I'm in the like I'm a bitch who just in the house and ain't never left the house type shit. Like I'm just like living on my parents. Mind you, I was all like 28 at the time. Like, and I mean, you know, you can say what you want to say, bitch. This is fucking, well, at the time, this is 2020. Like, we are in a new millennia, a new era, a new century. Shit done skyrocketed. This ain't 1970, bitch. You can't go get you a motherfucking $300,000 house or homes. You know, mortgages ain't fucking $80,000, $20,000 no more. You know, like shit done went up. Is the point I'm trying to make. And I only live. I wasn't even at home for a whole year. I'm trying to save my money, but the nigga treated me like I'm a motherfucking bum and shit, talking crazy to me type shit. And long story short, I'm kind of used to him talking to me crazy, but my daughter was in the room. Yeah, and my Saturn return. That's what initiated my Saturn return. But my daughter was in the room, and while she was in the room, you know how kids are, like they don't really know the real gravity of situation. So she talking, she loud, she making noises. Excuse me. And he told her, "Shut up." I said, "Hold up." I said, "Watch your mouth. I don't even talk to my own child like that. You're not going to talk to my child like that." I said, whatever's going on between me and you, that's me and you. Don't fix your mouth to yell at my child. Don't do that. Let's not do that. Don't do that. And I was like, this the only time I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you one time and one time only. Watch your mouth when you talking to my child. And I guess that's that Sun Mars. You know, the sun deals with your children. So my Sun Mars conjunction, bitch. I'm going to hell or jail behind my child every time. That nigga turned around to my child and said, "I can say what the fuck I want to say in my house." And he told her to shut up again. And when he said shut up again, she jumped. Like it scared her. Like she jumped, like, you know, she froze a little bit. And before he could get the P syllable out and shut up, he said, "Shut up," before he could get the and shut up. I just rocked his shit. Like, pop, pop, pop. Like we just got to fighting. Like two grown ass niggas. Like I lost my mind. Cause bitch, who the fuck is you talking to? And that's just what it was. And I hate to be violent in front of my child, but it's just what it was. You disrespecting my child in front of my child. Now my child, she gotta witness some gangster shit. And that's just what it is. And we got to fighting. And my brother and my mama had to come and break it up. It was a whole situation. I talked about it when it happened. I thought y'all knew, but it was a whole situation. She a little girl, don't speak to her. Exactly. He deserved all of that. Mm-hmm. And you know, I have my mother, she's a Capricorn sun, Aries moon. But even though she's an Aries moon, she's a Libra South node. So you would think she would be like, she was very strict and no nonsense. But with me though, when it came to men, like my mom never really like protected me. So like my stepfather was able to run shit, you know, and in him running shit, he was abusive. He was, you know, he used to kick me. He used to do all kind of crazy shit. And my mother never really intervened. She took that Libra South node, like passive, trying to like, oh, both sides are wrong. You know, like I'm the mediator. Both of y'all calm down. You know, he would call me all kind of bitches and hoes and, oh, both of like we siblings, like, oh, both of y'all like chill out, guys. Like, whoa. Like, so I learned from a very early age, and that's that Sun Mars shit. Like, okay, you're not safe around me. You know what I'm saying? You're not, when it comes to men, you have to protect yourself, you know, or you're gonna get ate the fuck up out here. And that's just the type of relationship that we grew to have. You know, he didn't know how to talk to people. He didn't know how to treat people. He was very, and we have a Sun South Node relationship. He's a Sagittarius South Node. My son's on his South Node. So I know I irritate his fucking spirit, you know, and a lot of Sag South Nodes can have anger problems. So I would trigger that. I would trigger a lot of his anger issues, and he would take it out on me. And we would fight like grown men, like cats and dogs, and it would always be like that. And like I said, it didn't get it didn't reach its like I don't know, it didn't get as bad as it did until a couple years ago. And when that happened, you know, it was over with. That shit was over with. That when I could sit here all day. That nigga done did some of the crazy and said he's done and said some of the craziest shit to me. And y'all know, of course, that's like everybody, your childhood impacts the way that you treat people. It impacts the way that you have, you know, that's why the son represents the father, but it also represents men in your life. And to this day, I think that's why I've always had to be the more dominant one in my relationships, because I've always watched how my stepfather was. And I'm like, if anybody gonna be the bully, bitch, it's gonna be me. I wish I would, you know, because sometimes you have people who grow up in environments and they kind of gravitate towards that. So like a person can grow up with an abusive father and then they go out and seek abusive men. And I guess that is true too, but you got the women who'll be more on the passive side, because it's like, well, that's what I'm used to. So let me find a man and I'm a coward to that man and I'm gonna let that man run me. Mine was the opposite. I turned into like the abusive man. You know, I can be honest and clock my own teeth. You know, I'm not gonna make it seem like I'm just this big victim. You know, I've ran into abusive men, but a lot of times I would be the one kicking shit off. You know what I'm saying? Like I would be the one. A nigga say some shit I don't like, I'm going up in that nigga shit. You know, I'm the one, and it's not cute, it's not funny. I don't try to glamorize it. I done got better since I've been older, but oh yeah, baby. Either I'm gonna put my hands on you first, or I'm gonna say some shit that's gonna make you want to beat my motherfucking ass. Because why? Like you're not finna. You don't run me, you know. And I guess that's just like a trauma response, because I can't take it. I didn't take it when I didn't take it from that nigga, and I'm not taking it from you. And that's on what? Period. That's how my mom is. Cancers aggravate me. Oh, you got Cancer on the South Node. Oh, his son is on your South Node. Okay, so that's why. That's a very triggering synastry aspect. My mom never. So here's the thing. She would break it up like that day that we had got into the fight a couple of years ago. Like she broke it up like when she broke it up when shit got physical. But like my mom would never be the type to be like, you're not gonna talk to my child, especially considering he was my stepdad. That was another, you know, wrench in it. Because me having a child, if I was to get with a nigga today and a nigga talk to my child crazy, bro. Nigga, I'm a fucking spit on you and your mama, bitch. Don't talk to my child crazy. But my mama didn't really have, because you got to think about it. My mama is a Capricorn. The Capricorn women, you have the type of Capricorn. She's the Lori Harvey kind of Capricorn woman, where she dated to get us out of poverty. You know, my family's from the hood. We from the hood, the slums of St. Louis, East St. Louis. Okay. That's how I can tell you all that sexy red shit is true. But you know, she did what she felt she had to do to get me into a better to put me in a better situation. And because of that, I was afforded a middle-class lifestyle in Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? But on the back end, she took a lot of shit. And I feel like she turned a blind eye to a lot of shit, because in her mind, she thinking, you know, she grew up poor. That's very Capricorn. She grew up in poverty. Capricorn deals with like the scarcity mindset. So she like, I'm just going to make sure my child got her material needs met. Even if I marry a man who's abusive and who does this and who does that, this is better than us going back to the hood. This is better than us having to go back to sharing bedrooms. And you know, I still have very vivid memories of the only heat we had in the house came from the stove. You see what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Eating noodles and don't chopped up hot dogs. You know, us piled up like Mexicans in one flat. 8 of us. And you know what I'm saying? So I guess my mom felt like it was a good trade-off. And I'm not going back to the strip club, Stevie. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it was. What year? I'm born in 91. He was born in 90. I mean, I said 90, 65. Hell yeah, paper plates and plastic spoons, you know. I'm a Pisces sun and my mom's South Node is in Pisces. It's interesting. Did you experience her as like a negligent parent? Or because, you know, the flip side of that Pisces energy could be like suffocating, smothering. Thanks for the story, but damn, I mean, yeah, it's not a big deal. I'll come to terms with it. You know, it is what it. We all got our burdens to bear, child. But I said all that to say that's just what it was. So, you know, if I can goddamn get that nigga the business, don't no nigga who laying in my bed stand a chance, baby. If I can give that nigga the business, any nigga who come into my life, baby, you don't stand a chance. If you trying to come at me on some weird shit, on some like I'm finna lay down the rules shit, and I'm gonna run this relationship shit, like get the fuck out of my face with that. That's not. It's not. I'm not going for it. I'm not one of them ones. It's not going. I'm not going for it. Not over here. It's a bit of both. And on top of that, she would get into these relationships with bad people and they would try to victimize and take anger out on, oh, wow, she was verbally abusive. Your life is already written. Type shit. 18 businesses just terminated Diddy from their relationship with them. Good. Not to mention my Libra ascendant is conjoined her moon and Pluto. That's what I'm saying. The moms with a whole bunch of like that Libra shit. And even though I got Libra on the ascendant, like I said, it's just, I feel like my Sag sun kind of saves me because it's just certain parts of that Libra energy I can't fuck with, where you just playing the fence. You playing the middle ground. You the middleman. You can't intervene. You know, that keeps you from making a concrete decision where you just kind of on the fence about shit and you just try. Certain things you should not be on the fence about. Certain things you need to actually pick a side. That's right. Sometimes your ass need to pick a motherfucking side, especially as a parent when it has anything to do with your child. My mom was actually an Aries moon. Interestingly enough, her moon is conjoined to her north node. But another way you could look at that Aries moon is her being in a household where there was a lot of fighting going on, a lot of conflict. And when I look at like my grandmother, for example, like her mother, my grandmother was in a lot of she was in a very abusive relationship with my grandfather. So my mother grew up watching a lot of violence. And I think that in her mind, like, I don't know if it like traumatized her to the point where she felt like, like she would freeze up and she couldn't really, you know what I'm saying? Like where she would try to avoid like contributing to it, but the gag is with her moon conjoined to that Aries north node, it's gonna happen anyway. And so in this lifetime, my mama does have to learn how to be more assertive and more hands-on and more whatever. But where you could live in a house where there's a lot of conflict going on. And that was the gag. Like you grew up in a household where there was a lot of conflict, a lot of violence. Then when you created your own household, you did everything you could to try to avoid it, but it still was there. You know what I'm saying? You just was watching on the sidelines while shit unfolded, but it was still there. Yeah, I'll leave this live up. GTA 6. I'm not a gamer girl. I wouldn't mind. I want to get into it, but I'm not a gamer girl. Hey, Account Original. Say this live. I will say the live. I will. Pygmies of the Zodiacs are Libras, Cancer, and Taurus. They do anything to satisfy a man. Honorable mention, Leo. And like I said, I love my mama. You know what I'm saying? I think she did the best she could with what she had. And now that I'm a mama, we oftentimes parent our children based on the things we wish we had. And I think the top of my mama priority list was making sure that we wasn't starving, making sure that I was able to take vacations, making sure I was able to live a middle class life. You know, when I look back at my family, when I go back home, when I go home to St. Louis and East St. Louis, when I tell y'all it's a bunch of sexy reds out there, I'm not playing. I'm not. And that sexy red, and you know, God bless her, she's an anomaly. She made it out, but ain't shit going on. Like it's the slums. Like, so I think my mama just was trying to, she was just trying to make sure, you know, I had the things that she didn't. And in doing that, she fucked up in other areas. And guess what? When my child get older, it may not be that issue. You know what I'm saying? That's not the issue. She ain't never gonna be able to say, I let a nigga do this, that, and this. But at the same time, she gonna have her own issues with me. You know, because even though I do my best to my abilities, it's like, it's gonna be certain things that she probably gonna be like, I ain't like when my mama did that. You know, my mama had a habit of doing this. I ain't fuck with that. You know, we can't control how our children view us. All you can do is do the best that you can. And I think me being a mother helped me forgive my own mother and give her more grace and compassion. Now, you can hold people accountable. You know what I'm saying? Shit don't go away, but more than one thing could be true at once. I don't think my mama the big bad wolf. She ain't no fucking, she's not a horrible mom. My mom is a big blessing in my life. But, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their ways. That's just what it is. That's just real life, true shit. I know St. Louis ain't East St. Louis. I'm talking about two different places. I got family in both, and I lived in both. East St. Louis is in Illinois. I'm aware. East St. Louis is Illinois. St. Louis is St. Louis, Missouri. But they 20 minutes away from one another. Once you cross that bridge. I was born in East St. Louis. I lived in East St. Louis. Then I lived in St. Louis. Then we moved to I've been everywhere, all over the place. So that's why I said both at the same time. Same difference. Hold on, run through the pick me signs again, please. I want to compare that to my list. I mean, I think you just listed them. I had them. Hold on. Oh, my bad. I was looking at something. I agree with whoever just put it in the chat. I didn't know if it was you or I can't remember if it was you, but don't get me started while I'm out there looking. East St. Louis is smiling. Hold on now, baby. Hold on, baby. Hold on. Not too much. Not too much. Small and dusty. As opposed to St. Louis, which is what, medium and dusty? Let's relax. All of this is relative. All of this is relatively speaking. Let's not get up, girl. Is you an STL girl in the chat? Let's not do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let's not do that. And obviously, everybody ain't sexy red, but the point I'm making, the area that I was in, that's what it was. The area that I was in, where my family is from, that's what we knew. It was inner city, St. Louis, near the Sears building, January Street. Like that's what it is. That's just what it was. You know, I already know because I got, like I said, I had relatives in St. Louis who be on that shit. You know, we had went somewhere, and one of my St. Louis cousins got to talking about East St. Louis, and they got into it with some East St. Louis bitches, and I'm like, all y'all bitches need to relax, honestly. Because that's what the St. Louis girlies be having this uppity mentality, but it be for no reason. It be like, oh, East St. Louis bitches is country, but then when you go to the rest of the world, everybody else think yo dumb ass country. So let's just not too much on East St. Louis, because if you're not from that area at all, everybody think all y'all hoes is country and tacky. So let's not too much on East St. Louis now. Not too much. But you know, I get the point at large. The pick me signs. I would say Leo, Libra, Cancer. I'm missing one more. Leo, Libra, Cancer. Leo, Libra, Cancer. Taurus. We can go ahead and throw Taurus in the mix. Nah, it's two police in Charlie in their district. I hate it. Like I said, it's I feel like when you're from there, when you're from, that area, if you're from St. Louis or East St. Louis, that debate matters. But outside looking in, like I said, once I moved to Atlanta, I could talk about the difference between St. Louis and East St. Louis, and people gonna cock their head to the side and be like, bitch, all y'all is country, baby. All y'all is country, and we don't give not one fuck. We don't care about the difference. Yeah, I said Taurus. Now, obviously, if it don't apply to you, it just don't apply. But archetypically speaking, Taurus deals, first of all, Taurus is a very conservative sign. Taurus deals with the status quo. Taurus is also, especially when you talk about like Taurus women, right? And that natural propensity towards like possessiveness. And, these are the type of women who, they're a lot more quicker to feel threatened by other women, feeling like they want to like, feeling real protective over their man. And, they're a lot more willing to play those more traditional roles. And obviously, I'm not saying if you like traditional roles that make you a pick-me in and of itself, but I can see where a lot of the Taurus archetypes can create the perfect storm. King's Highway. Y'all remember when Usher that she done it my way, my way. When we was kids, we used to always be like, she lived on King's Highway, highway, highway. I don't know why I remember stupid little shit like that. That's so funny. But yeah, King's Highway, all that type shit. Very traditional, right? What about the women who get what they want? The femme fatale, man eaters. I would say, we definitely gonna put Aries up top. We're definitely gonna put Sag up top. Honestly, I could say I would say Leo, but Leo's kind of tricky because Leo women can be, because of that, they still have that masculine quality to them, because they're ruled by the sun. Right? The sun is a masculine planet. Obviously, this is not to say that you got to look masculine, but it's an energy, right? But they still, unlike Aries and unlike Sagittarius, Leo cares a lot about they care a lot about validation from men than I would say a Sagittarius woman would or an Aries woman would. So that's why I wouldn't include them on the list, because them bitches still be kissing ass. I don't know about that. But definitely Aries, definitely Sag. Aquarius women could definitely be some man eaters for sure. Aquarius is the sign of entitlement. Them Aquarius women, and it's kind of crazy because they'll be really, they can be very icy in terms of like their heart space. You fuck around with the right Aquarius woman, she'll be the type to fuck with a nigga out of convenience or what's in it for her, but she know how to turn that shit on, like in terms of her love for a person. They'll know how to turn that shit on and off, and that will fuck with a person. Sag Sun, Libra rising. I love you too. Are you saying you're a Sag Sun, Libra rising too? Is that what you saying? Is that what you telling me? Taurus will stay with a toxic man no matter what. Well, once again, for Taurus, everything is about security, especially if like their needs are being taken care of. And another placement that does this is like if you have Venus and Scorpio. A lot of my Venus Scorpio girlies are like that. And for what it's worth, I got Taurus in the 8th house rather, and Scorpio in the 2nd house. So if I'm gonna be real, I kind of can relate a little bit, not necessarily in a pick me, choose me kind of way, but in a way where it's like, I don't know. I kind of was a pick me when I was younger, though. To be fair, if I'm a clock it, like when I was real young. But yeah, like even nowadays, like I could. It depends on how toxic we talking though. I can tolerate a toxic nigga if it's something in it for me. Mostly financially though. Like I said, I got Taurus in the 8th house and Scorpio in the 2nd. So like if I'm dealing with a nigga who toxic, it just depends. It's levels. But like if he kind of toxic, but he paying the bills, well, now I have my deal breakers. If it's anything involving my child or some weird shit like that, I can't get jiggy with that shit. But let's say if I'm with a nigga who cheat or something, but my bills is paid, I don't give a fuck if you cheating, cause I'll just go get my lick back in silence. I got a pussy too. I can go use my pussy while you go fucking who you fuck. I'ma just act like I don't know about it and go fuck who I fuck, and then we'll be a happy family. How about that? Or if you really want to gag them, hold some shit over a nigga head and, play the victim, even though you doing some worse shit in the background. That they never see that coming. You like cry over how a nigga doing you, even though you doing him worse. Like, you an ain't shit nigga. You keep cheating on me. I can't believe you keep knowing damn well you fucked his brother. You got this nigga number last night. You doing this, and this. But you gotta you gotta keep the odds in your favor. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep the upper hand. I guess that's where I'm telling on myself. I gotta have the upper hand. Like, I'm sorry. You're not finna upper hand me in the relationship. So if I can make you feel guilty about some shit you did, even though I know I did worse, then just I'll sleep like a baby. It won't mean me no never mind. I'd be like, damn, nigga, you ain't shit. Like, all the shit I didn't sacrifice for you. You got me out here looking so fucking stupid. You keep cheating on me, or you cheated on me that one time, and I just can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop thinking about it. I can't believe I keep embarrassing myself over you, nigga. Knowing damn well, if he looked in your phone, that nigga choking your ass out tonight. And then turn around and sleep like a baby. Yep, that'll distract him. Because he be too busy, thinking like, damn, like, she really a good woman, yo. Like, she really a good woman. Yeah, like, my shawty really been down for me. Like, I'd have put her through some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to get my shit together. I'm going to be the nigga that I know you want me to be. Whole time, I'm not even the bitch you think I am. But you ain't going to know that. I'm going to know that. The group chat going to know that. All my friends going to know that. But your dumb ass ain't going to know that, though. Ew. Oh, brother. How can you get past dark-sided traits for your sign? I feel like it's hard to get out of the hole when you're in. I mean, it is, and I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna be real. I don't really deal. I've messed around with Sagittarius men before. I don't know if that's what you're referring. Like, how do I get past like dark? Are you saying like for me or like in other people? Maybe let me clarify. When you say how do I get past dark-sided traits in my sign, do you mean like how do I get over the dark-sided traits in myself, or like how do I maneuver if I'm dealing with somebody who has those same dark-sided traits? I'm glad y'all enjoying the live. That means I hope I see 92 thumbs up, because I see 92 of y'all motherfuckers in the chat. This sounds like a scissor song. Do you have an ascendant? Is my sun squaring my ascendant? Is my sun squaring my ascendant? No, it's not. I was so surprised at this Leo that listened, but they had a Libra rising. Yeah, see, they fooling you. It's strategy. And people get that Libra, especially Libra rises fucked up. That's why honestly, and I'm like I said, I'm not above telling my own secrets. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm a fucked up person, but I'm human and I got my fucked up ways about me, but it's easy to hide my fucked up ways because of my Libra ascendant. You know what I'm saying? And that's where people start sleeping on Libra because they think Libra is the opposite of Aries. Oh, Aries, fight, tough. Libra, passive, weak. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when you get the game fucked up because Libra is actually, in my opinion, more dangerous than Aries because you see Aries coming from a mile away. You can plan for that. You don't see Libra. Libra likes to posture. Libra does a lot of posturing. Like they're politically correct. They know the right things to say. They can be very charming. And I always use the example of Ted Bundy. That motherfucker was a Libra rising. And people never suspected he was out here chopping bitches up into kibbles and bits, slicing and dicing. He was the hash slinging slasher. And nobody knew. I never knew. That nigga was karate chopping bitches in the pussy, ripping out spleens, chopping bitches up. Like, come on now. But it would do that and be polite. Libra is polite. But don't ever in your fucking life confuse politeness with niceness, bitch. I got manners and I'm polite. Meaning I know when to talk. I know when to let your dumb ass talk. I know when to speak. And when, I know how to, hey, what's up, bud? Hey, how you doing? Yeah. No, because I'm trying to be fair. You know what I'm saying? I like Libra is all about reciprocity, right? Give and take. I give a little, you give. We don't like to go veer too far off. But bitch, that don't mean I'm nice, actually. So Libra knows how to conceal, a lot of that nefarious shit under politeness. I think that's one of my like toxic traits too. Because I know how to work that shit. That's why Libra, and I always talk about this whenever I do a live on Libra. I'll talk about Libra in its association with a politician. Look at Libras as the politicians of they're the politicians of the Zodiac. Why do you think politicians ain't shit like that? But then again, a lot of y'all dumbasses get fooled by politicians too. So I mean, I'm not surprised that Libras can catch your ass off guard. Because these be the same folks that be worshiping politicians. Oh, we love Hillary Clinton. We love Donald Trump. We love. Like, yeah, all right. Keep that energy. Whole time the motherfuckers is plotting on your demise. The whole time the motherfuckers hate your guts. Keep on confusing politeness with niceness. Keep on so you can get your ass fucked up. And discover that Aries polarity real quick. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Libra is my dominant sign, and I always find it funny that people's first impression of me is that I'm innocent. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, all right, cool. Yeah, all right. And most people like to talk about themselves, myself included. I think certain things are just human nature. Like, it's human nature to be comfortable because Libra does a good job at reflecting people back to them, So it's like, you don't even have to create any real intimacy with people. And I tried this before on some like diabolical shit, like just like to experiment. Like I'll meet somebody, not reveal anything about myself, but I'll just like, whatever they say, I kind of just go off of what they talking about. Like, they'll be like, yeah, I like ice cream. And I'm like, I love ice cream, and they'll say, I love vanilla. I'm like, vanilla is actually my favorite too. I love vanilla bean. It's just so creamy and delicious. And if you do it long enough, they'll form this kind of intimacy with you and think like y'all friends. And it's like, but they don't even know you. They don't know you. You don't know me. After we left this whole conversation, I just sat here and reflected you to you. Bitch, I could be a fucking psycho. You don't know me. It be like, oh yeah, that's my partner them. I like them. Yeah, all right. Y'all keep it cute. Keep it real cute with that Libra shit. I do that with people all the time. Yeah, and I don't be trying to plot on people's demise and try to, be no weird, insidious bitch. But it's like, that's why Libras can navigate, or people with strong Libra energy, they know how to navigate situations, You could put me in a room with almost anybody and I could pretty much adapt, because all I'm going to do is blend in. Like, you put me in a room with the ghettoest bitches you done seen on this side of the Mississippi, and I'd be like, yeah, twin, what's up, twin? Yeah. Everything they say, I'm going to just parrot that shit. Yep. What? Yep. Girl, fuck my baby daddy. Fuck my baby daddy. Fuck your baby daddy. Fuck our baby. And then bitches, oh, I love her. Oh my gosh, she's so much fun. But it's like, bitch, all I did was act like you the whole time. Bitch, I hate your ass. Actually, I'm never hanging around you again. As a matter of fact, delete my number. Shit, I was just trying to survive the encounter. That's it. Libra is a social sign. They are very good with reading social cues. That's right. Do y'all want me to pull cards? Because I'm nearing the end. Blend right in, for sure. My Saturn gonna do it every time on them. Yeah, my ex-Libra rising got me like that, see? Oh yeah, they'll try to be very accommodating. Look at me, I'm so accommodating and sincere. Got him. I think that's how I be getting people food too sometimes. Like, I think, like, particularly men, like when it comes to me, y'all know Libra rules the opposite sex. Friendships, I approach friendships in a different kind of way. Because I got Cancer on the South Node, so I do feel more of a connectedness with women, But when it comes to niggas, I think I kind of do niggas the same way. Niggas be thinking they get one thing when they dealing with me, and then you realize I'm Tokyo Tani's evil spawn, like reincarnated, and now you want to fucking, jump off a bridge, because now I done grew attached to a bitch, and this bitch is a fucking menace to society, and I had no idea this whole fucking time. I love you too, Nay. Coming from a strong Aries, I struggle to read. So yeah, that's because Aries is like, because it's the opposite of Libra, so that makes sense. Aries is too focused on self. Aries is very one-track minded. It doesn't really have, and no offense, a lot of Aries can be kind of dumb. Now, obviously, I'm not saying every Aries is dumb. If you have things in your chart that balance that out, that counter that explain why that's not the case for you, that's fine. But Aries as an archetype, in and of itself, in a vacuum, can be kind of dumb. Like, that saying of like bronze and brains. I would say Libra is the brains, Aries is the bronze. That's why Aries rules athleticism. Aries is like the dumb jock. It's the dumb jock. It's the you got all this type of skill, physical strength, because Aries is ruled by Mars, which deals with action. These are people who were bred to do shit, run fast, jump high, play sports, do this, do that. They're not bred to think. So they're not going to be super strategic and super this and super that. A lot of people with very strong Aries energy, if you don't have other placements and aspects to counter that, to kind of save you from that, the motherfuckers be dumb as hell. Like, they can, whether it be socially or literally, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just, they just are. Taking it back to the Sexy Red. She's not going to read the room. Bitch, fuck reading the room. I'm here. I'm in the room. The room going to read me. I am what I am. You like it? If you like it, great. If you don't, do something about it. I'm here. That's Aries. Libra knows that, okay, because that approach has its advantages, but there are some drawbacks with that, because you make yourself a target. Aquarius, Jesus. Libra, on the other hand, likes to be more strategic because it utilizes the element of surprise. And, you know, it's like you make yourself too much of a threat that way. You know, for Libra, it's all about, I want to do what's going to put me in the path of least resistance. Least resistance. I'm going to study the people around me. I'm going to study your weaknesses. This is why Saturn is exalted when it's in Libra. I'm going to test your ass. I'm going to study. I can walk in a room and I know which bitch just be talking shit but can't fight. I know which bitch be, you know, who probably really one of them ones like that. So I'm finna leave this hoe alone because I like all my teeth. I know which bitch, you know, Libra knows how to pick its battles. And some people call that weak, you know, that's pussy and that's weak. But that's why Aries don't live as long. Obviously, I'm not saying every single Aries, but like I said, Aries is an archetype, right? Your ass crash out. Aries can be crash dummies. So you can be this, I'm going to beat my chest and I'm a big bad bitch. I'm a big bad wolf and I do what I want to do. That's fine. But that's why your ass be the first one shot. You be the first one pop. You be the first one crash the fuck out. And the Libra be the last one standing because they know, bitch, I knew that I was fucking with a bitch who was finna, you know what I'm saying, fuck around and, you know, put a gun in my temple. I knew who that bitch was when I walked in the room because I was studying it while your ass was too busy popping your shit. I knew that bitch was standing on big business. And I moved the fuck around. You wanted to be a hero. I didn't. Look at you. Now look at me. Yeah. That's very Libra. That's the main, and I think this is actually like a really good conversation to have with transiting North Node and Aries. More people actually can afford to benefit from that Aries energy. Because like I said, it just depends on how you want to look at it. Both of them have their pros and their cons, their advantages, their disadvantages. And, you know, the advantage of Aries on the North Node is, you know, at least you original, at least you brave, at least you got courage, at least you know what I'm saying? At least you rest in your individuality. It just depends on how you want to look at it. Ain't no right or wrong or whatever the case may be. Is that why Cardi acts dumb, Aries moon, but she's very smart, Libra sun? She's somebody who got she's very conflicted too. Yeah, she got it's real hit or miss with Cardi B. I got a lot of Aries partners that been shot. You see what I'm saying? Aries rules weaponry. It rules guns. It rules knives. It rules shootings, stabbings, all that. It's hella Aries. That's Aries energy. And that's funny because with me having Aries in the 7th house, I attract a lot of that. I attract so many people, like especially niggas who done caught gun charges. And me and my friends would have like this running joke when I was younger, like, "Ooh, you love them shooters." Not now, you know, as a grown ass woman, that shit's not cute now. But when I was younger and a little off the chain, that shit used to be sexy. "Ooh, damn, daddy, come put your gun, put the strap on the dresser. Now come fuck me." Put the strap on the dresser. Come show me a good time, daddy. Hitler was an Aries. Since when? For real? I mean, I ain't never did a reading on Hitler, but that's interesting. Interesting. Oh, she has a Grand Cross. Well, that explains it. Grand Crosses can absolutely make your life a lot harder than what it has to be. And a lot of times, those are people who get in their own motherfucking way. Do a birth chart reading on Hitler? Okay, I'll put that in the queue. 7th house, Aries, really be in Mars. Mars in Scorpio. Scorpio conjunct Venus, 1st house. I think y'all ass need to get a reading. That's what I think. That's a lot of components to break down that I can't really cover in this live stream. That's a lot. I mean, I can, but it's like a simple way to put it is like maybe you being somebody who is attracted, like that could definitely spell being drawn to like the bad boy archetype, or even despite you might think you don't like problematic relationships or toxic relationships, but that could definitely be indicative of a person who seeks that type of shit out, even subconsciously. I put it that way. Because a lot of it is like that adrenaline rush. Like those relationships provide that adrenaline rush for you. And actually, your chart is very similar to mine in that respect. Because I have Aries on the 7th house, and my Mars is in Scorpio. I don't have that Venus conjunction, but I can tell you that that's kind of been something I struggle with too. You know, I don't like feeling indifferent about people, and that could be something that you feel too. Like, you know, if you're not fucking or fighting, or you know, just on some chaotic shit, you don't feel alive. Like sometimes those are people who seek those type of relationships in order to make them feel alive, you know? Like you don't like feeling indifferent about people. So I'm the same way. And that's why I'll fuck around and deal with a nigga who's supposed to be good for me, you know? Like the guy that's good on paper. Like, oh, you know, he'll text me every morning, good morning, my wonderful, beautiful queen, my Nubian princess. And I'd be like, yeah, nigga, get the fuck off my shit. Get the fuck off my line, nigga. Click. But then another nigga be like, man, bitch, wake your ass up. Hey, bitch, come eat this dick. I'd be like, yes. Oh my God. Right away, coming. Here, I'm coming, daddy. Coming, babe. I'm training my brain to like good guys, because it's just like a catch-22, because you can't win for losing. Because even with the quote unquote bad guys, like them niggas not gonna give you what you want. You're not gonna get treated. There ain't no happy ending there either. It's all about the rush and the thrill and the fun. Like I said, the sex be good. You got Aries in the 7th house. A lot of times, sex is gonna be an important part of your relationship, especially if your Mars is in Scorpio too. So you're like, oh, that nigga fucked me so good. Like, put your gun on the dresser, fuck me good. I wanna feel alive. We fight, we fuck, we fight, we fuck. Hit the nigga over the head with a vase, then we fuck. Like, it can be reckless, it can be dangerous, it can be toxic, it can be full of ain't no peace. No peace. Problems always. And that has its own issue. You know what I'm saying? That's exhausting. It's tiring. You gonna burn yourself out like that. That's, you know, people glamorize it, but it come with its own issues, bro. Like it's tiring. It's tiring. It's exhausting. It's not cute. A little bit. It's cute a little bit, but not a lot. Type shit. So, hell, at this point, I don't know. What you don't know? Hold on, let me scroll up. What I miss? What you don't know, Tuli? Depending on what time he was born, he was an Aries or Taurus. I had to look into it. Like I said, I've never just thought to be like, oh, I want to do a reading on Hitler. I don't know. I don't know what Hitler got going on. That nigga, I was going to say something mean. It wasn't mean, but I don't want to put that energy out there. But yeah, I ain't never really thought about that nigga like that. I had a Sagittarius best friend, and your life sound like hers. We stayed running from her. You know, Sag energy is, Sagittarius can be wild. You know, that's Jupiter. It's fun. You know, like everything, there's always good, there's bad, there's life, there's whatever, you know. The higher octave of Sagittarius is fun. It's a good time. But the dark side of energy of Sagittarius is wild. It's wild, it's reckless, it's lawless, it's off the fucking chain. We can be like that, or we can be attracted to niggas like that. So, I mean, I get it. Like, a lot of Sag women can be drawn towards niggas who ain't worth it. And I bet if you interview my friends, they probably say the same thing. Like, you know, every time they can come to us and talk about this nigga and that nigga, we already know, like, it's some shit going on. Like, even when I was fucking with the dark side of Taurus, like, a lot of people know him, you know? So it's like, when my friends kind of put two and two together, like, you mean the nigga who went to prison? You mean the nigga who was scamming and jugging and Like, that nigga? Oh my God. Like, so I'm pretty sure my friends have very similar stories to tell. Whatever. These horse legs be galloping freely, darling. That's because, Sagittarius is all about adventure. And shit, if I didn't live my life like that, I wouldn't have no stories to tell y'all asses. So really, y'all need to be grateful that I live my life like this. Somebody got to. That's why Sagittarius are like that. Because usually when we get older, now we got stories to tell. Somebody got to make some stories to tell. Because if I was sitting at home making a quilt with your ass, I wouldn't have no stories to tell. If I was laid up, cooped up, not living life to the fullest, it's a dangerous job, baby. Somebody got to do it. That's all I'm saying. Oh, Rod did a reading. She said he a Taurus. Taurus is the cult leader. True. Okay, that makes sense. Like I said, I ain't never really looked into Hitler like that. Y'all the best storytellers. Rest in peace, Betty Wright. Is that the lady who was like, there was a lady sitting under a tree. She called me over and she said to me, my days left here may not be long. I wouldn't waste my time telling you nothing wrong. That was her. No pain, no pain, no gain, no gain. No. I did not know that was her. Interesting. Wait, she died? I don't know. I'm tripping. I ain't know she died. I don't know where the fuck I've been. She always telling the story in her songs. Yeah, Sagittarius. And that's also why Sagittarius is the comedian of the Zodiac. And when you think about comedians, when you watch stand-up comedy, the best comedians are the ones who can tell a story. And they just be throwing humor in it. And it just adds a little razzle dazzle on top, They know how to take shit that's tragic or, just crazy shit, make tell a really good story, craft it really well, and then throw some little punchlines in between. Best comedians. The sign of experience, adventure. Now, Capricorn can be experienced, but it's like a different type of experience. It's like you going through it type of experience. Like, Capricorn deals with like difficulty, obstacles, hardship. You learning the hard way. You going through shit the hard way. You gaining a lot of life experience. That's why Capricorn deals with elders. And, older people tend to have a lot of experience and wisdom and all that other bullshit. But it's a different type, Sagittarius is like, I done been there, did that. Was it the Jupiterian difference between a Pisces and a Sag? Well, because, Pisces is Sagittarius with a little extra flavor, with a little extra seasoning. Okay. And that extra seasoning, that extra ingredient would be Neptune. And, that just kind of throws a monkey wrench in it. So what Sag, if we were to do a Venn diagram, the part that meets in the middle in terms of what Sag and Pisces have in common, I would say would probably be like lack of accountability, very spiritual signs, although Sagittarius is more so hardcore religion, while Pisces is more, because Pisces, because of that Neptune influence, Neptune removes any boundaries. Neptune is a lot more accepting, So if we were to categorize the differences, Sagittarius would be way more judgmental than Pisces is. Pisces is a lot more accepting. They both, but like I said, they both are not really good with accepting accountability. They both can have more excuses than a nigga going to jail when you try to, call them out about something. Like I said, myself included, especially if it's something that we feel very strongly about. Because, bitch, if I feel justified in doing something, I don't know. I could do some crazy shit. But if I feel like I was justified in doing it, bitch, your ass better not question me on it, because I wasn't in the wrong. Okay, and that's all you need to know, bitch. And that's weird because I hate that in other people, but whatever. Sagittarius can be very hypocritical. I think what they both have in common would probably be like they both can be really preachy. Of course, Sagittarius, the most obvious contrast is Sagittarius is the sign of truth. Pisces, because of that Jupiter rulership, the truth kind of gets a little conflated, lost. You know what I'm saying? Sagittarius deals with freedom. Pisces, because of that Neptune influence, is more so, like I said, slavery, being enslaved, the absence of freedom sometimes, or where freedom can kind of be stifled. And that's where Pisces gets that victimhood archetype from. Oh yeah, principles and morals, heavy. Principles and morals, real heavy. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop here because I have shit to do, y'all. We've been on here 2.5 hours. And I gotta get a move on. I really appreciate y'all for joining me. I showed my ass today. I'm gonna keep this live stream up. I need to get drunk on live more often. I mean, I'm like this normally, but tonight had a little extra seasonings and flavors and a little extra ingredients to the recipe. So I'll go ahead and keep this up. I love y'all. If y'all are interested in booking, feel free to hit me up at astroworld, WERLD@gmail.com. And I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. Love you. Bye-bye.